So, you want to be wealthy? Well, there are some key points that you probably need to change in your life if you're going to become wealthy. I dreamed about being wealthy from the time I was about 10 years old, maybe younger. And I never knew how I was going to achieve that wealth. I had all these grandiose ideas. And it wasn't until I was coming up to my 40th birthday, that a light bulb went off. And I realized that the reason I didn't have what I wanted in my life was because I hadn't put a plan together. Once I put the plan together to become wealthy, I retired within 4 years, wealthy enough never to have to work again. I tell you what though, retirement was boring, especially when you're only 43. And I couldn't retire for very long. But the key thing is, I managed to do it, and I found the missing link. Now, as I said, I had dreamt for many years of a certain lifestyle, of a certain way of living, and I had never been able to achieve it. And I started studying all these wealthy people, and I realized that, hey, if I want what he's got, how am I going to get there? How am I going to do what he is doing? And then I looked at someone else and I thought, wow, they've got that. Well, how do I get there? And when I had the light bulb moment, I had a lot of information. The key thing was, I had not written a plan. Now, one of the things that stops most people, not just one, but the key things that stop most people from achieving what they want in their life, doesn't need to be wealth, it can be absolutely anything that they want in their life, is what I call the intangible skills. I can teach investing. It's extremely simple. But it's having those intangible skills that will keep you on track. Now, one of the key intangible skills is to plan. And you need to have that plan so that when you get these distractions coming from all over the place, and there's always distractions. I mean, we got stuff being bombarded at us all the time. Do you know, I'm recording this video. It's the second one because the speaker van just went outside trying to sell to me. So even when I put myself in a little cocoon to try and record this video, I still had information being bombarded at me. There are distractions around us all the time. A plan keeps you focused. Now, as I said, in 1999, just before my before I been, God, my maths is terrible, early hours of the morning recording this. So I was 40, coming up to my 40th birthday, and I put this plan together that was more like a master plan, if you like. What did I need to do to become wealthy? So the first thing I did was I looked at people who had what I wanted, and I looked at the path they had taken, and I went into things in a greater detail than I had previously. And from that, I wrote what I call my master plan. It's a generic master plan. And that plan said I was going to create wealth through having businesses, through having a property portfolio, through investing in shares and bonds and gilts, through having gold, silver, platinum, palladium, basically precious metals. And I wanted to share my knowledge, and I was going to write books to generate royalty income. And I discovered that there were lots of different types of income that you could have. So I set out to start acquiring all that income, all the different income streams. And I realized that the more that I had coming in, the better off I was going to be. So when I put that master plan together, that was 1999. In 2003, just before my 44th birthday, I was 43, I retired. Bearing in mind that during that time, I had started my plan off in New Zealand, I'd moved to Australia, and then I'd gone to England or Britain. And with all those changes, I still managed to build sufficient wealth to never have to work again. And it all came down to putting that plan together. The plan was like the glue that kept me focused. Once that master plan was in place, I then did other plans underneath. So that became like my top plan. And then there were plans that came underneath that were going to help me achieve each of the items. And I found that I was lacking knowledge. By putting the plan together, it identified what I was lacking. I did need some skills. I needed to build I needed to think, not build, but I needed to think differently about some of the things I was already doing. I'd been investing in shares since the 80s, about 85 I think I got into shares. But I didn't have the right strategy to give me long-term benefits. So I had to change the way I invested in shares. I had to alter the strategy. I already had business. I had to alter the way I dealt with business. So I had a lot of the stuff already there. It was this that had to change. It wasn't the physical skills that had to change. It was the intangible skills. One of the things I find when I talk to people say, how did you do this? Is it's slow. And it is slow. But it's getting the timing right. And you can't go and force the timing. You have to wait for the right time, the right opportunity to make your money. And if you've got a plan, that will identify for you when you need to do something. So I had to learn patience. I learned the power of compounding. And that is one of the skills that most people totally underestimate. It is so extremely powerful. And yet most people brush it off. They flit from here, they flit there, because they haven't got the patience and they don't allow the compounding effect to work. And I learned leverage, and that to me is one of the major keys. But if I didn't put my plan together at the beginning, I would not have identified that I was lacking those skills. So whatever you want in life, wherever you want to go, you need a plan. A master plan that is going to be your focus. It's going to be your sole focus. You know, I had a really bad car accident. I was told I wouldn't walk again from the accident. If I was lucky, I would be on crutches for the rest of my life. Other than that, I was expected to be in a wheelchair. I put a plan together to walk. And you know what? I walk. And I go for a walk most mornings. I go for a walk in the evenings. But I wouldn't have achieved it if I'd accepted what other people had said and I hadn't put a plan together to achieve it. So whatever you want in life, you can achieve it. If you have a dream house that you want to own, put a plan together to own that house and you will achieve it. If you want to live in some country, put a plan together and you will achieve it. Whatever you want, you can achieve. When I put the plan together to be wealthy, I generated wealth. So what do you want in your life? What's holding you back? Put your plan together and find out what it is, and you will have the life of your dreams. Thank you for watching this video, and please, if you've enjoyed it, help me to encourage more people to be interviewed and bring you more fantastic information simply by hitting the subscribe button and the notification button. And if you've liked the video, please give the video itself a like. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for helping me grow this channel.